Well, hello everybody. Hope everyone's doing well. Sorry for the extremely late start today. I had a case of, well, first I got home too late, and then I was like, oh, I should stream, but I don't have anything like streamable as projects to do. So I was like, racking my brain, thinking of something to do. So hey everybody, hey Sora, Theo, Marina, Crinkle, good day everybody. Hope everyone's doing well. Anyway, it's an extremely warm day, so sorry if I sweat a lot today. I'll try not to. And so another reason I started late is that I did some prep work, and by prep work I mean I actually went out and shot a few pictures, because you might be guessing right now that we're going to be doing a Sister of the Ever-Sharpening Blade by Trevor Henderson, by what you can see here. So I actually needed some pictures for the headpiece they wear, or the whatever head thing they have, and I was like, I'm not gonna waste time looking for them on the internet. I literally picked up some scissors, a big piece of cloth, and just propped it up on a you'll see the pictures in a second. It's very shitty, but I think it'll work. Working right now, so it's lurk time. That sounds good, Sora. Have a good time at work. Oh look, it's funny Spanish man. I wouldn't say funny, but thank you. Hey squaw. Anyway, enough of my face. Jump into Photoshop. Okay, so here we have, oh, and I'll close this because it was an attempt at a thing that we might get to someday. So, do you guys know Trevor Henderson's Sisters of the Ever-Sharpening Blade? And just in case you don't, I guess everyone who follows me follows Trevor Henderson. Like, that seems very obvious, but just in case. Well, there's a picture I used there, but this is the creature herself. I don't know if I should call her creature, like whatever this is. So it's a sort of, as you can see here, like a cult-like figure that can be called in to do like violence on anyone you ask. So I just looked up a few pictures here so you guys can get an idea. These are not all by Trevor Henderson, by the way. This one is by Plastiboo. Let me jump into the tweet because there we go. You can see it a bit better. We got this fantastic one by David Romero. Hey everybody. I saw the dress and instantly knew. I assumed people would guess it because it's a very specific type of dress. Love the aesthetic of that concept. Me too. It's so good. And you know, it's like I always love seeing stuff using old pictures like Trevor Henderson did here on this first original one. So you know, that's always great. Also, Huss and Ice Cream, thank you for those follows. You guys are the first, like the 1001st and 1002nd followers that get to this channel. By the way, we reached 1000 followers and it happened out of stream, which was a bit anticlimactic. Last stream we left at like 991, I think. So yeah, it was like just getting there, and just I tweeted a VOD and it got me to 1000. So yeah, 1000. Hey everybody. Hey, thank you for the follow. Just Mac Hookkit and Rilari. Thank you everybody. Sorry if I'm missing some messages. Yeah, what SCP is this? You tell that to Trevor. He'll kill you. He'll destroy you. Congrats on 1K. Thank you everybody. Yes, we just made it to 1K. We would literally, like, when I started the stream, we were literally like 1K, like exactly. So like the first people who followed like 5 minutes ago were like the 1001 and so on. So we found this gorgeous black dress and I was like, that's perfect. We just need something for the head. So anyway, this is Photoshop. If you ask that Trevor appears in your house and it's giving very camera. Exactly. What not? Want not, sorry. Thank you for the follow. So, actually, you might recognize some of the backdrop for the pictures I took here, because it's literally taken on top of a lamp that is lighting my face right now. So it is a very shitty, just really quick way of taking pictures, but I figured it would be better to do that than to try to find pictures on the internet of specifically sharp things behind cloth. It's like a very specific thing to find. So I found this really thick piece of cloth. Well, it's in black and white, but you guys can see the bookcase that's behind me. It's here. So yeah, it's very shitty, and there's a lot of stuff thrown around because it's a messy place. But yeah, you'll get to see the things you don't see out of the camera a little bit. Squaw, I'm gonna bonk you. Someone call horny police. Mr. Clown, thank you for the follow. So glad I keep running into your Twitch on Twitter, even though I don't have too many notifications. Well, I guess you're lucky, or you're on at the times I stream, which is a good coincidence. I am the horny police, oh no. Anyway, I took this one as I guess as a base, just something where we had a lower part that we could use. I just did a very shitty and quick selection just to see if it would fit. So we have that, and then we have a bunch of close-ups of literally me holding some scissors behind this piece of cloth. Try not to break it, because, you know, I need it. But we got some nice, like, pointed areas. We can, like, use them in different ways. We can cut them. I just need something to use, you know? So it doesn't need to be great. I just took some quick pictures. Knife drawing class again. Yeah, it's that kind of cloth. Orange, hello, welcome. Anyway, first thing we gotta do, I believe, is... well, move this around a little bit. First we have this... I don't know if I'll keep it. This frame. We'll decide that later. We don't need to decide that right now. But a thing I want to do is make this taller, because obviously these ladies are very tall, or they have a really tall head. So it should go like over here. So first thing I want to do is kind of increase that. I'm just gonna play it by ear. I'm gonna close the edges a little bit so we don't get a little bit black edge there. We might recover it later. We'll see. Without poking through the cloth, exactly. That was one of my concerns when I take the pictures. So I try not to be like super, like to jam it through, because I could just destroy it. And that would be no good. Anyway, this is from like some kind of dress history museum, and they took some very nice outside pics of this dress, which is fantastic. I love it. More big lady? No, no. I cast thee out, horny people. Yeah, it's basically begging, exactly. I agree, sorry. It's perfect. It's like perfect for these characters. So I was kind of unsure about this idea. I actually tried a couple different things before I said, yeah, let's actually go for the assisted to the sharpening blade, because I wasn't sure if I would be able to find stuff. But then I very quickly found this picture just by looking for black dress. I was like, yep, this is destiny. We got it. It's not my great grandmother's. It's how do you call it? like a curtain, but like a very thick one to just block out the sun. It's like a thick synthetic cloth. So yeah, I don't want to poke holes through it, or, you know, light will come in. Blackout curtain, exactly. I've pulled it out. I was able to put it back in, no problem, don't worry. Wouldn't it be funny if it was? if I didn't destroy it, yes. Okay, so we're doing just some quick clone stamping. I just want to extend this background in a way that doesn't look too weird. So I'll have to block out some of the repeating textures and stuff, which is boring, but gotta do it. Anyway, hope everybody's been doing well. I've been out for the past 4 days, so I literally just got home now, and I was like, oh shit, it's Sunday. Maybe I should stream, so I don't keep missing weeks. I don't do it out of obligation. Don't feel bad about me. I love it. I had a lot of fun. Lunar Arcana, or Arcana, however you pronounce that. Thank you for the follow. Maybe make the photo look aged or burnt to cover some of the copied texture. I mean, most of it will be copied, or at least this area, by the head we're gonna create, so it's mostly about the signs. But yeah, we can burn it a little bit, so that's a good idea. I have some textures we can use later, or we can download some. Just a little bit of diligent clone stamping will get you a long way. Like every time you see, for example, check out this and this, 2 copied textures. So you'll just go and block that one out and then zoom out a little bit, try to find again for copied textures. Right, maybe I'll fill this in with a bit of this, so not every single branch goes all the way to the top. Oh, things like that. We got this area here, looks very copied, so just gonna kind of change the shape of it a little. This branch here as well, so you know, it's a little bit of this. And sometimes when you see repeated textures, you actually go and change the original one instead of the one you added on top. And change it up a little bit. It's all about trying to remove things that our eyes will quickly recognize as repeating. Got the streaming bug. Always got it. I wish I had time to stream like 2 or 3 times a week, like I did a few months ago. That was really fun. I had a blast, and my productivity went up so much. I even did some gaming streams. Ed out in the wilderness, past 4 days looking for the perfect dress. Trying to hunt dresses in the wild. No, I spent some time in Galicia, in my neighboring region, in a very, very beautiful city named La Coruña, and like the surrounding area. And then I actually went to the other neighboring region, to the other side, that was today, this evening. I went to Cantabria, and again, had a lovely time. Yeah, exactly, it's like already in the wilderness. We don't have to edit it into a weird place. It already looks like it could happen in this universe, right? So yeah, we're like, just to pick the base picture itself, which by the way, let me show you with the color because it's so pretty. The base picture itself is so nice. By the way, I did a little trick here. When you do black and white, you have a few options of doing black and white, and a lot of people will just go to hue saturation and desaturate, and they'll desaturate everything equally, and you can have way more control over this. You can actually use a black and white layer and then mess with the colors in here. So you can change these sliders and say for example the blues, this is the base one, let's say. You want the cyans and the blues, which are these accent colors, to actually be darker. And you can do this. And that actually makes everything look darker. It makes it look dope, in my opinion. This is so interesting. Wish I had more time to learn Photoshop. I mean, there is always time. It is not hard to learn. It's literally like just getting past the like scary beginning of the learning curve, where you feel like you don't know anything, and once you get through that, it's so quick to learn. I recommend it. It's so useful useful for anybody. If you work with pictures in any way, or you want to do art in any way, knowing a bit of photo manipulation will get you a long way. So hey man, just visited your website, you're doing awesome work. Thank you, I really appreciate that. Just getting into Photoshop. Oh, thank you. I hope you maybe catch a couple tricks from here. Also, thank you for the follow, Kiriko and Ukamoka. Just messing around in Photoshop, great. I'm glad to see more people get into it. That's fantastic. Also, while we're on the clone stamp, I'll get rid of this wooden thing. As Squat eloquently put it, the butt plug. Stay classy, Squat. The black and white dope slider. Exactly. You're the person who made the mummified werewolf Saint Head. I love that one. So good. It fits the universe so well too. Like, you knocked it out of the park. I was showing it to everybody once it came out. The butt plug is no more. Okay, so this was a very shitty selection I did. I wanted to use this one as a base. As you can see, this is my streaming plays. You can see my two screens that don't match each other. And this is where I sit. This is where I am right now. Anyway, I did a real quick selection and it came out really ugly. So I'm just cleaning things up. I mean, this is Photoshop's fault, by the way. I'm not taking the fault for this one. Also, this area here, it's just under a light, which I tried to more or less match the lighting, but there was a very strong light there that I couldn't get rid of. So we'll have to kind of copy some darker areas there just for consistency. It's not too important. My only problem at the moment is that I'm like a bit out of creativity. Honestly, creativity is not something I usually try to wait around for it to come. It's literally a matter of doing stuff that'll like kind of set a rhythm in your brain of getting more ideas and more ideas and more ideas. It's I don't know if it's helpful advice, but to me it's honestly helped a lot to see it that way. When I'm feeling out of inspiration, instead of just sitting around and waiting, which will basically lead to you like just getting into a rut and getting into an art block, I start doing stuff and I start making stuff that I'm like old ideas and I'm like, I'm not sure if this is gonna be good and I probably won't finish them anyway, but just the act of making stuff kind of gets your brain thinking. At least it works for me. It's just a personal thing there. Scissors have that sort of fleshy long neck thing going on. Yes, so I'm leaving some space here to do the neck. And I wanna, I don't know what textures I'll use for the neck, but I was thinking something like roots, something like tangled roots that I can sort of smooth out into a more skin-like thing, kind of like some of the more stronger curves, just smooth them out a little bit, so it doesn't feel exactly like tree roots, but we can start from there. we use some skin textures on top. Maybe it won't even be needed because we're working on old pictures. You just have to push forward to cause creativity. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I think people tend to think, and I mean even artists tend to think that creativity is this thing that just comes to you like a muse coming down from the sky. No, it's something you work on. It's a skill. I'm gonna use it this way because the lighting is slightly to the left here, and that'll match this lighting we're getting here, and we'll have to remove this very lit up area. We could do that on levels. Might help. Right, that helps a little bit. Thank you for the save reminder, because I haven't even saved this once, so I'm just gonna call it Sister, because the full name is very long. Thanks, Theo. Also, did I say thank you to Wizard Mouse? If I didn't, thank you for the follow. You guys are the first in my second 1,000 of followers. So who was my thousandth follower? It might have been Mr. Fahrenheit, I think. If you're here, congrats, I think. According to this list, at least. To me, it's hard to draw horror stuff. I'm into fashion, so I draw a lot of clothing, but when it comes to horror, I never feel satisfied with what I get in the end. I mean, maybe just because you're getting started with it and you don't have a lot of experience. So I wouldn't get discouraged, honestly. Like, just keep it going and you'll eventually get to a place where you're happy with it. Okay, we're gonna do the player mask. We're just creating a base here. We still need to do the all the pokey bits there, which are the important parts of this creature, this lady, or whatever you can call it. Okay, so just adding some dogs there. There we go. More specific to me, but I'll just read a comic for inspiration. Yeah, yeah, absolutely. When you're out of inspiration, I think like inspiration, creativity, all those things with very nebulous descriptions are very hard to pin. A lot of it is kind of the balance of what you output creatively and what you input creatively. So once you start running out of output, it's sometimes good to just you know, watch a few movies, read a comic, whatever inspires you the most, and just get some input, which will kind of fuel more stuff. And don't be afraid to take inspiration, honestly, like, wear your inspirations like a badge of honor. Hell, you only have to see my Fractal series to say, oh, that's Uzumaki. It is Uzumaki. It's a bit of Annihilation as well. And gotta wear that like a badge of honor. I find being out in nature super inspiring. I agree. Honestly, touching some grass. There's a meme about touching grass, but literally go out and touch some grass. You don't have to touch it if you don't want to, but like go out in nature. It does help me a lot as well. I find, Theo, and I know in your case it's more specific because you do a lot of nature themed stuff, but in my case, just like disconnecting myself from like my phone and my everything, just being alone in my thoughts will get me creative in a big way. Okay, so let's start adding pokey bits. I had a very good one. This was probably my favorite. I nearly tore the the cloth there. I'm happy I didn't. I'll have to look at it again. I have to so this is a blackout curtain. So tomorrow when the light streams in, I will see if I didn't poke any holes into it. I hope I didn't. Because that would be dumb. But you know, we did it for the Photoshop. So I'm gonna pick this bit here. Try to let Photoshop select it for me because we are lazy. Or efficient. Which are just two words for the same thing. Might not pick this whole area. I'll just leave this corner. Yeah, okay. So we'll be adding this here. Whoops. That was unintended. So we'll add the levels from the other layer, so we don't have to redo the levels time and time again, although we might have to tweak them. Music always helps inspire me. Same music is always good. For me, it's kind of the same as nature. It just lets me. I have very verbal kind of thoughts. So for me, having music kind of drowns out that verbal part of the thoughts and allows the more visual part of it to come out. If that makes any sense. So music definitely helps. Probably not everybody, but it does me as well, at least. I had this huge creative block when quarantine hit. I wanted to make stuff, but I just felt like I couldn't create anything. Lately, surrounding myself with creators and artistic people has really helped out a lot. That's a very good point. Just surrounding yourself with creative people is great for creativity. Because I constantly get inspired by all my artist friends and all the people I've met through Twitter mostly. It's been fantastic. It's honestly helped me inspire myself a lot. Like, I'm literally doing a creature from Trevor Henderson. Like, that shows the point pretty well. Also, Marina, I completely agree with. I'm completely affiliated with quarantine creative block, which is literally the reason I started doing horror. I was doing, gosh, have you guys seen what I did before horror? Because you might not expect it if you've never seen it before. So I started doing horror around, like, the first ones are, April 2020, right? So quarantine. And what I did before then was literally, let me see, let me pick this one for example. I think people like this one. I did like surreal, happy stuff. I don't know what happened in 2020 that made me go into horror, but you know, I did this kind of thing. I'm still happy with it. I mean, I just don't vibe with that style anymore, but you know, I'm still proud of what I did. So yeah, I had that creative block from quarantine, and that pushed me into doing a completely different genre that I'm so happy with, and it's doing so much better. So, you know, I was lucky, I guess. I was lucky in many ways, but there's a positive there. Mom told me your blackout curtains were expensive. Gidmoji, thank you for the follow. Surround yourself with blackout curtains is a great boost to creativity. I mean, in this case, literally. Like, you are looking at blackout curtains. They are so old, by the way. I mean, if they get broken by this might be a good chance to just bite the bullet and buy new ones. Because they've been so discolored by the sun, they're literally like some hue of between blue and purple. Because and literally white in the area where the sun hits. So yeah, they look very old. Okay, this one I like as well. I think we'll probably use each of the spikes once or twice at least. So since we can just turn them around, I think there's no problem with that. Okay, so we'll just do this. We'll help out Photoshop here. Kark and Draco, thank you for the follow. Hope everybody's having a great Sunday. I drove for like, I want to say, so hold on, let me do the quick calculation. That's about 100 kilometers. That's about 300, no, something, no, not that much probably. I don't know, a lot of kilometers. I'm bad at math. Well, I probably like 3 or 4, no, 4 to 5 hours total. So yeah, a lot of driving today. Okay, I think we can use this one in a few different ways, and we can kind of cut these edges to create different sorts of spikes, if that makes sense. My studio has 4 windows that are all covered in blackout curtains, and I agree with you, it's a great boost to creativity. You lose track of time when you can't see the sun. You can also try having a sleep problem like mine, which basically makes you your internal clock non-existent, so your only like for me, my only way to get tired is literally exhaustion. I don't have a internal clock, if that makes sense. So yeah, that is why I start streaming at 1 AM today, because I was like, I'm not tired, I'm not gonna be for hours. So, you know, that is prime art time for me. Also, tomorrow I gotta work, so I don't want that. The most effective way to boost creativity is to inject pure whimsy into your great sadness pain. That is true as well. As a doctor, I can confirm. But please, just legally bought whimsy. Don't get that stuff off the streets. Okay, let's copy the levels filter. Ooh, that might be a bit strong. Just saw the live notification on Twitter. It's not here, so I just wanted to leave a quick follow. Thank you very much. I tend to stream late. Which is, again, due to my sleeping problem. And you know, the best time for art is late at night. Everyone knows that. Usually go to bed at 7 AM. Hey! Fellow DSPD haver over here. I flip this vertically. Okay, that's pretty good. So I want to reuse this one a few times, if possible. I have chronic sleep disorder. Sleep during the day and work at night. Oh yeah, all the night owls are here. And I'm so happy to see it. Night owls rise up. Okay, so in order to make this one pointier, there's a few ways. I can just do this. It's probably gonna be one of the easiest ways. Yeah, that'll work. I might have to just do a quick... There we go. So we don't get repeated folds like that. It can be a bit ugly. I'm also gonna copy some of the folds from here. Gonna do this. There we go. Just creating different folds to make the shapes a bit more apparent. Okay, is this one? Yeah, that's the one I want to repeat as well. Never inject whimsy without someone around you can trust. You're in Spain? Yes. In Spanish. Half French, technically. Please don't hate me for that. Oh, thanks for the save reminder, Orange. Leave that for moving to Ireland for a new animation project. Okay, you have a good night, Arakan. We'll see you again soon. Good luck with that animation project. Some crimes can never be forgiven. Guys, I am sorry for being French. I tried not to be. I tried not, but it doesn't work. Very unfortunate news. Hello, neighbor. Boa noite. Or, I'm sorry for my terrible Portuguese. That probably sounds more like Brazilian because, or nothing, because I was a whole summer in Brazil, working there. So I'm more familiar with that accent. Being Brit will teach you that being French is not a victimless crime. Australian. Oh yeah, we have a very international group here. I love that. Texan. Thanks, good day. We're basically haphazardly adding some pointy bits to this. I don't know, having fun. I'll have to do something with this part, which is very dark. Let's get to it right now, actually. So I'm gonna get this layer here. Let's see, where is it? I need to see it. There it is. So the idea is to add it here and just use it to patch up any of the too dark, too bright bits, you know. And just use it wherever we need. I got some levels. Nathan, no lie to us. I know you're not Spanish. If you're Spanish, tell me something in Spanish. Something only a Spanish person would know. Has a legal right to hate the British and the Swedish. You do hate a lot of nationalities. We should get that looked at. Squaw. Big nationality hater over here. Imagine hating people based on their nationality. Couldn't be me. Okay, let's try and pick... this one's not too interesting. This one could be here, this corner there. Soy de Inglaterra. You are not. Look at this guy lying on the internet. You think you can just go into the internet and lie? You know, that's pretty fucked up. Just to really confuse people. Identity theft is not a joke. Exactly. Pretty messed up. Okay, this one will go great for this corner here, I think. Yeah, why not? Let's go with that. So I'll need to put it below some of the others, but for now, let me just do a quick cut. Okay, I'll have to move this. I don't know exactly which layer it is, so I'll just move it below all the others. You can't lie on the internet. I mean, you know, police can see it. Police can see the internet, so nobody should lie. I'm freaking no one can stop me. And we love you for it. Lying on the internet is rare, and you can almost always believe anything anyone says. exactly. I think this orange person has a point. We exaggerate some of the pointy bits. Hold on, let me look at more reference pictures. Here, go to the browser. And I guess this is the original. Yeah, the pointy bits go much harder here. A bit less so there, though. It's still kind of hard to find, like, while trying to look photorealistic, it's kind of hard to find a way of, I guess, fitting the cloth to the points, because, like, it doesn't look off in the drawings, but I think that's because of the suspension of disbelief is different as well. Like, IRL here, if you get a sharp spike there, you'd more likely see just the cloth drop from it this way, which is what I got in my pictures. So I think we'll need to kind of exaggerate that pointiness, just like go ham on it instead of just letting it fall limp like this. Thanks for the save reminder, by the way. Someone to play some DBD with friends. DBD? Dead by Daylight, alright. Oh, thanks for coming. It's great to see you here. And have a good gaming session. Don't know what's real anymore. What is real? Like, think about it. What really is real? No one knows. Okay, so these three here go into a single group. Just gonna pull it up like this. I'm gonna squish it down. I'm gonna do something like this, perhaps. With a little bit of a layer mask. I can maybe make it even more pointy, even pointier. That's a word. Real as basketball. God damn it. Got us. Beaten again by facts and logic. Okay. Let's pointify the bits. You know, these are words. What the hell? Hey! Hey Natsumi! And 422 viewers! Hey everybody! That was surprising. Anyway, hey guys, we're doing some horror and we are creating one of Trevor Henderson's creatures today. I'm just gonna give you a little bit of background in case you don't know Trevor Henderson. So, hey everyone. This is the Sisters of the Ever-Sharpening Blade. This is the original picture that Trevor Henderson did There's a lot of different ones by different artists, just some fantastic stuff. This one by David Romero is one of my favorites. There's some great stuff. So we're doing our take on this creature, basically. Very simply. And what we do here is photo manipulation. So we've basically used a ton of pictures to try to mix them together and recreate this. So, hey everyone. Raid isn't working. Oh. That's fine, don't worry. I'm still super kind of you. Anyway, Oxide the Shadow and CK. Hey, CK? Thank you for those follows. So yeah, we're doing this character, Sister of the Ever-Sharpening Blade. That's her name. And let's see. Yes, we were trying to make pointy bits in this cloth, just by mixing a bunch of different pictures of cloth under. I mean, the pictures I took were very shitty because I just took them before the stream, and I literally used a blackout curtain and some scissors, which is a very shitty way of doing this, but you know, I took a bunch of different pictures of scissors just poking out of this blackout curtain, so that's what we're working with. Adding a bunch of pokey bits that come out, like so. Most likely good day. Anyway, I hope you had a nice stream, Natsumi. I saw you streaming before, doing some calligraphy, I think. Hope that went well. I'm sure it was not as weird as trying to put some poking bits and pieces of cloth. That's usually how my streams go. Anyway, I have a ton of pictures here. I'm seeing what other ones I could use. As you can see, I literally took these pictures like right behind the camera here on the small light that's pointing at me. I just propped a blackout curtain on that, and that's what I'm using. So, you know, improvising, adapting, overcoming, as usual. I might use this one for like interior textures, kind of add some interesting textures in the area. Not the most interesting picture, but it could add a little bit. I'm just gonna add some levels to it, just copying the ones I have. Kaleido Souls. Thank you for that follow. Okay, so let's see where we can add this. Thinking we can flip it, put it somewhere here. Then just pick that area. Also, I guess we didn't do anything specific for 1,000 followers. We just reached 1,000, like, when I was out of stream, like a couple days ago, I think it was. which was very surprising because I was expecting it to get on stream. So it was a bit anticlimactic. So we could do something next stream to celebrate, maybe. Maybe some gaming for once. Or we could do some dumb little thing like that one time I had chats guide my photoshopping and just adding random things into a picture. That was chaotic. VTuber Val gaming stream. That could be fun. For those that don't know, I have a VTuber avatar that I made in like a day. It's not very good. It's literally like an anime version of me with bug eyes and like how do you call that, bug jaws as well. One day perhaps I'll have an actual good VTuber avatar if I plan on using it a lot. You weren't even there for VTuber Val. I mean, that was like several times. So at this point, that's on you for missing it. I'm kidding. But I'll bet you'll see it at some point. You should try photoshopping in Microsoft Paint as a VTuber, allowing us to get the Photoshop. Oh my god. Okay, that's another thing I did a few... must have been like a month or two ago. I photoshopped... Oh, I tried to mix some two pictures together on MS Paint, which is dreadfully underprepared for that, and it was chaotic. Okay, I like this. Setting some more suggestion of poking bits coming out there. I feel like we need to add, just let me take a look at it and the references. I don't know if the top of the head is also poking. Maybe like small poking bits, but not big ones. It's more like it's resting on some knives more than knives poking out. So maybe we can pick this and do a quick little copy. Do something like this. There we go. Okay. Something like this at the top of the head. Let's see. Yeah, that's good. Okay. Okay, I'm taking this one as well, which is probably the sharpest one of them all, and I'm copying it below the main thing, or behind. I'm just letting it poke from here, kind of like it's coming from the back. Yeah, I like that. It adds a little bit more silhouettes without it being much work, you know. Work smart, not hard. Okay, I'm also gonna do a copy of this group, which is, I'll show you in a sec. This one here. And I'll do the same thing, or something similar. You know. Reduce, reuse, recycle. Yeah, I think we got the basic shape of it. Does this sell to you guys as a bunch of knives poking out from behind a veil of some sort? I know it's floating so far. We'll get to the neck in a second. Yeah? Okay, we're good, we're good. I'm also gonna pick the whole thing, so I'm gonna group this all up. This is gonna be just pictures. Okay, so now we have everything in a group. We can do some levels on top and try to match them with these maybe, and that will be necessary. I'll just play around with the sliders. I like playing around with sliders, not gonna lie. It's therapeutic. Yeah, just a little touch there. Probably gonna have to add some blurring to, but I'll do that to the whole thing, the whole image, once we are done with it. And we need to do the neck, and the neck of these sisters or creatures, whatever you want to call them. It looks like a really weird, veiny, kind of like inhuman neck. So I want to sell that. So I don't want to use a regular human neck for that texture, if that makes sense. I want to use something different. I was thinking I'm just going to do a quick stock search here, see if we can find something good, and look for roots. Or just roots. Try to find kind of, yes, something like this. Right, that's what I was thinking of. What? That is a most horribly small thumbnail. Is it this small? You're kidding me. Oh yeah, that's not good. Hold on, we'll just go to the browser, go to our regular stock sites and look for roots. And see if we don't find any weird Photoshop edits. I think the one I was looking for might have been from Unsplash. Yes, okay. It's here and it's high quality. I don't know why I downloaded it in this tiny size. There we go. So we can use either this or this to create the neck. First I'm gonna do... I'm just gonna do a kind of a selection. I'm gonna use a polygonal lasso. And just go with the area that should be the neck. Hold on. Make it a bit thinner. There we go. Yeah, I think I'll try the roots first. Let's see. So I just created a quick selection that I'll probably refine. And I want to add the tree in that selection. There we go. Try to find a good area. The roots. Probably gonna go smaller with that. Gotta find a good spot. I think this area is pretty good. It's kind of hit by light in a weird way, which I don't love. But it has some very interesting textures. How about this? As a base, of course, we need to work on a few things. We need to work on these edges first. So I'm gonna use just a soft brush. And then just gonna soften in general. Then of course we need to add a big shadow right below the veil. It should be fairly soft. Let's see, we have the shadow painted. We can just move this around if we need to. Maybe pick some different textures. Oh, this is good. Yeah, that's pretty good, isn't it? Kind of looks like a trachea. Yeah, I want it to look like a sort of neck-like, like there's veins and stuff running through it. And yeah, and trachea, and arteries and everything. Okay, so I want to go to the same layer. And I want to soften some of the harshest textures to get something more, a bit more smooth and skin-like. You know, I don't think it'll be needed, but we might even go and add some skin texture on top. I don't think it'll be necessary though. I think we'll get away with this. I'm just smoothing out some of the harshest areas, just some of the very strong edges and bends there, to make it look less like literal roots, but more like the shape of these roots kind of popping through the skin, or like bulging through the skin, if that makes sense. Bolillo, or Bolillo? Thank you for that follow. Okay, so before and after that, so we just smooth things out a little bit. Thank you for the save reminder. I always forget to save. I would literally lose so many hours of work without you guys reminding me from time to time. Actually, this happened a few streams ago where I forgot to save for a good while and then my computer crashed and I lost so much work. It was the worst. I hate to see it. I really do. My hand needs to do auto. Yeah, I know, but it doesn't. My hand is too occupied already with Control Z or Z. Depends on where you are. Okay, how are we feeling about this neck? I'm feeling like we might need a bit of curves. Or levels, both right there. There we go. Just adding a touch of contrast to pull things together. Been following your artwork on Twitter for a while. Thank you so much. The Order of the New Moon stuff has been so fun. I'm glad you like it. We still have some more stuff on the works. Actually considered working on some of that today, but I just didn't have any good pictures to start the edits, so I didn't get to it. We might get to it on the next stream, or it might be one of those things I do out of stream. It depends. You should at least accidentally hit S when I'm doing. No, I'm too precise. Just literally not true. I keep fumbling my key presses, but I'll tell anyone. Okay, I want to go to this one. Shrimp Shuttle. Thank you for that, fellow. Did you watch any tutorials or are you self-taught? I mean, I didn't go to any specific lessons. I did watch some tutorials, of course. I mean, you need to watch them to kind of learn like specific techniques and stuff. But I mostly learned by just messing around with things, to be honest. I don't like this. I'll watch tutorials if I'm like stuck on something and I need to get a specific effect and I can't figure out good ways to do it. Then I feel like tutorials are generally useful. I don't add everything he knows. Liar. Okay, by the way, I'm gonna crop it a little bit, because I kind of cropped it by eye. And let me carpet well, please. Whoa, hit that bug. There we go. It's better. Are they coming together? I feel like it, yes. This, I mean, it was always going to be a quick edit. It's been an hour and 20 since we started, which is quicker than most of my edits. But I only have this one effect to make, and I guess the neck, so 2 effects. And I took pictures in advance, so I guess a lot of the time went in there instead of the edit. It does add up in the end. I feel like now we can try on some looks, like some more final looks. So I just put everything into a single layer that we can just edit however we want. You run into problems matching resolutions from older photos with modern stuff. I mean, yeah, that's usually a concern. I find a good way of matching things is just like I'm doing right now, just putting everything together into one layer and going into effects with a camera raw filter, then going into effects and adding some thick ass grain, which will both help the old look and smooth out a lot of the edges and blur out some of the textures. Like you can see that all the wooden textures. That's what I didn't worry too much about the wooden textures, because I knew they would just get blurred into the whole thing. Yeah, Trevor's work is fantastic. Really, I love the storytelling he does and the characters and builds. Hey! Hello, Dapper. Thanks for the gift sub. You're the best. Sora! There you go. Gifted sub for you. Hope you're doing well, Quinn. Sugar daddy. Yes, indeed. Dapper here is the sugar daddy of the stream. And I literally cannot stop him. I have tried. I've literally given him free commissions in exchange. I think that's coming together. I think the shadows here just really did a lot. We could add a little bit of a color tint. Like we can go in different ways. I think like a touch of orange is usually good. But you know, we might do that out of this, like in a different filter on top of this one. So we can do something like a gradient map, which is very fun. So a gradient map basically maps all your pixels into this gradient you give it. So in this case it just turned everything black and white, it's very simple. But we can turn this into sort of bluish. That is not entirely black. And this into sort of yellowish, maybe a bit more orange. Something like this will really bring in this old look. Jarabe de maple, thank you for the follow. And Bluntnex, however that is pronounced. Thank you as well. Chrome graded map, no edits for the power moves. I think I got one of those Chrome ones. Hold on. If I didn't delete it, I used it for a thing once. Yeah, I got a few Chrome ones. Oh god, painful. These ones are meant to be for like typography and stuff, so obviously not meant for images. That's why it looks like that. True terror. Yes, indeed. So this would be for the old photo look. I can mess with the opacity here. I like to look at it from very far away, because that can help you see some of the errors sometimes. I feel like we kind of gave her accidentally some sort of face, right? Like his nose, his where the eyes would be. He's got a kind of a mask thing going on, right? Do you guys see it? I feel like maybe we should break that a bit. Oh, thanks for the save reminder. That's what you see on a bad trip. POV after the cult drugs you. Okay, Dapper. You have a good sleep if you do fall asleep. Instead of the ever-sharpening mohawk. Okay, so I want to do a thing here. I want to help break down some of these edges. I also want to give it a bit of a shine there. I don't think I picked from the right layer, but it should work. I dream of pointy women. Tall goth women kidnapping me. I love that. Popping balloons. I guess that would be a concern with these ladies. Definitely. Like, once they come get me, my first concern will be my huge balloon collection, which I keep. Thank you, good day. That's really reassuring. chat getting spooky. I love it. What's that I hear on my walls? Okay, trying to break up the shape a little bit. Trying to find some good. Okay, I'll go below the main thing. Whoops. Shouldn't have used that. Okay, there we go. Let's see with these levels. I'm basically here just to explain. I'm trying to break up the sort of face shape I accidentally created. Where this is like a nose. I mean, it can't be. We can do a general outline of the face. I just didn't want it to be so clear. Oh, they're just termites. Eh, that's fine. I find this entire room is made of balloons. I love that. It's right there. You guys can't see them. You guys can't see all my cool balloons. That will never be popped. Ever. Okay, let's re-add all those filters. Let's see the difference. Yeah, I think we broke up that face looking shape enough. That's good. Probably good. Mine door, hand hook, hair door. That's I love that. That'll be one of the best dumb internet stories. Okay, now I'm just adding some manual lights and shadows, and I'm doing this on top of everything because, I don't know, I hate myself and I want to work extra if I need to come back to this. I need to redo everything, but you know. If it works out, we don't really have to go back and change things, so. Yeah, thanks, Sora. I mean, I'm honestly not doing a lot with the concept, I just wanted to try this creature out. I'm not giving it any smart spins. I just wanted to do this thing, you know? When is the last time I used a pen? If you count this one, literally right now. If you count this one, literally like an hour and 32 minutes ago. Okay, let's see. Yeah, the lighting is better now. Oh, thanks for the save reminder. What pen can I found? Terrible, terrible. A bump for you, Orange. Alright, I don't know if there's a lot more to do here. I think we got the basic concept of the sister of the Ever-Sharpening knife. That's a very long name. I think we got the gist of it. I don't know if we should do anything with the arms, because they feel slightly limp. Of course, they're just... I mean, they're a limp dress, so... And we kinda hid that just by all the editing we've done, but... I'm still wondering if they look too empty. We also don't see her hands, which is, I mean, we can imagine they're like, they get lost in the folds here. Like she's hiding her hands beneath the folds of the dress, which I think is works fairly well. I feel like this shadow might be too high up. I have to get it down here. That would hide a lot of the neck though, which I'm not jazzed about. Might get away with doing a soft shadow like this. Something about the bottom edge of the hood doesn't read right to my eyes. I like this area here. Yeah, could be. Take a look in a sec. Yeah, we got a big raid. That is the reason. Annaby, thank you for the follow. By the way, thank you Natsumi if you're here. What could we do with the bottom of the hood? We could get this edge here. It would literally just be a shadow, so it would be fairly easy to make. We can do it on top like this. Or no. I won't be lazy. I will not be lazy today. For one. Don't get used to it though. Thank you, Annaby. Really appreciate that. Okay, is this group the neck? No, hold on. Which one is the neck? This. Let me write it down, because I am a mess. Okay. So I'll do a little thing here. Got a few things out. And then we'll continue that. Like so. I think that should work a bit better. Use some more shadows in the neck. Okay. Now, let's try everything together. Hold on. Try to do a quick little edits. Okay, let's see now. This. Let's compare. Right, I think that's a bit. Yeah, I think that should work better for the bottom edge. Let me know if it feels better for you guys. Let's see. All right. I think it's getting there. You know, I might just want to add some soft light, just washing over the top a little bit. We're getting a bit of artifacting here, and you know, that's fine. I don't mind artifacts. We're working with old pictures, so we're good. We are going to add some proper old picture edges though. Yeah, take a nap before work. You all play nice. Exactly, you heard Dapper. You have a good nap. Oh yes, so we're gonna look for textures. Hold on a second. We're going here. It is just a thing I used for the neck. Save it and leave. And we might try Texture Labs. They have some very good grungy textures. This is a very nice site that has a lot of free pictures, free textures to use. So I highly recommend it if you do anything in Photoshop. Or like anything in painting, to be honest. You can add this on top of the painting to kind of add some grunge, some texture. This might be good. These peeled edges. Worn chemical edges. Oh, I like this even better. Yes. Okay, so I'm getting this one first. I think I used this one before. On the kaiju, I think it was. Also, grunge specifically, and we'll look for something. Something like a plate. Plate like this could be good. Let's try that. Oh, thanks for the save reminder. Wait a sec here. Okay. Let's try these two on. We'll do more if we need to. I think I might remove this graded map for now, because if we're gonna go with silver plate don't really get brown. The color doesn't change much because it's literally just silver. It doesn't really get browned out like paper. Use it like this and add it. Overlay is pretty good. It's this bit too much. Actually, I might just flip that vertically. Best either. You know, that also hides some of the clone stamping we did above, which is good. And we are also gonna go and add overlay, my favorite layer setting. Yeah, one of the best, gotta be. For me, it's a tie between overlay and soft light, probably. If I had to choose. Okay, so we'll just fit this to the edges of our image. And we might do screen for this. We might do color dodge. Linear dodge is beautiful. Yeah, I think that's the one. Look at this, like this. Worn edges. I might remove the color from them, or a little bit of the color, just so they don't call too much attention. Okay. How are we feeling about this? It's a very classic me thing, like classic old, worn down picture. But I love doing that thing. Probably my most signature thing. Oh, light color is not bad. Oh, let's leave it as linear dodge. Hell yeah. Glad you guys like it. Oh, we still need to add a signature. So, let's find a place to add a signature. For new folks, which I guess there's a lot of new folks today, this is how I sign my things. I add this symbol somewhere in the image, but I don't just overlay it. I try to make it make sense within the image, or even like hide it in small details. So we could hide it in the seams here, kind of draw it with that. It'd be a bit hidden, but could work. The grass might be hard. Bit of a hard one to sign, to be honest. It's not like a lot of good places. I guess we could have a word brooch. However you say that. I'm bad at names, bad at words. Have a word something on our ear with a signature there. Logo spike? Oh, that might be a bit of a hard one because we need to crisscross three spikes and a middle one. So it would really just cover the whole thing. Trees in the background could be good. I think some sort of brooch here would be nice, perhaps. I do have a faux brooch. I think I used one in one of my first self-portraits. I drew it. It was actually all drawn. I think it could work well here. If I can find it. Okay, here. This is one of my first. Well, the one I use as a portrait pic now is kind of the updated version of this, but this is what I'm looking for. Right, so I want to do this and do Control J. Wait a sec. I guess it's a lot of layers. Gonna take a sec. There we go. Gonna merge that group, and I'm gonna bring it here to sister. Anyway, what is this? Oh, I guess we can't flip it. Because I'll flip my signature. Well, we can flip it and just flip the signature inside. Maybe we're here, next to the rose, and we can perhaps just remove this part. Okay. I'm just flipping this and trying to fit it. Hey, finally caught one of my streams. Glad you're here. Glad you can make it. we are doing a Sister of the Ever-Sharpening Blade today. It is one of the best, in my opinion, best Trevor Henderson creatures. And add a bit of contrast here to make it more visible at this smaller size. It's not going to be too visible, but you guys will know it's there. This is my signature, by the way, for those who missed it. Just like to add it somewhere. Oh, I messed it up. There we go. And was I going to add something else? Oh yes, my wife. Yeah, Long Horse is great as well. I agree. Okay, so we are adding all the filters back, so you guys can see the full thing here. Filters and layers we added on top, etc. Ooh, I just noticed no, that's fine. Well, that's not too noticeable here, but we can go with our soft light. Yeah, I like to have, you know, I could have like spooky ambient music, but honestly that would get tiresome quick. So I'd rather just have like just fun music. Oh, I did without the Shovel Knight music, exactly. It just works. There we go, so that's the version with all our added grunge and everything on top. It's hype music. Exactly. I mean, it's a great soundtrack. We love it. This is one of the remixes, I think. Yeah, this is a remix. Oh, of course Trevor retweeted the announcement tweet. Hey Trevor, if you're here. Yeah, we do hype music here. Our energy's up. Roaches serve no tactile purpose. Does everything need to serve a tactile purpose to you? Like my head. Yes. Okay. I'll back off. Kind of drawing some of the shapes back in, just to make it a bit more contrasty, give it a bit more volume and shape. Goodbye Shovel Knight music. Have been hype. That hopefully helps a bit. Anyway, yeah, I'm pretty happy with this. I don't know if I should add anything else. There's something that screams at you like that strikes at you is like unrealistic or wrong. Just got home from shingling a roof, so this is a nice way to relax. I'm glad. Sounds exhausting. I'm glad you could make it. Save this. I like doing this because PSB. Yeah, sure. Let's do that. I like doing these because they are like pre-established characters. I'm not like building a whole lore around them, just doing a thing, a cool creature that a friend did and kind of recreate it. It's just, I don't know. It's fun to do that from time to time. Instead of like every piece having to be like its own big story. We'll probably do a little story around this. But nothing huge, like just not gonna make up any lore for this. I'll try something before I call this done. And it's taking some textures from here and applying them here, which might give it a little bit of a realism push. Let's call this head. I'm just copying the full original picture. And I'm adding this lower part of the skirt. I'm gonna add that on overlay perhaps, and then into the levels here. Hold on, I'll do a quick thing. Oh, thank you for the follow. Hold on, I can't read that English version of that. Hope cats. Okay, so I'll do a quick little thing here. I'll just take this. A quick selection like this. And I'll just apply it. And this will make sense in a second. So I'm applying it on top of everything, and then I'm doing levels. And as you can see, I just selected a small area so that I could have just the curve of the value curve of that. So I can push this so the middle is around the middle of the curve, and the edges are here. And once we add that on overlay or soft light, it'll hopefully not change the entire lighting of everything too much, but it will add some texture. And this might be a bit too much actually. So many layers. Oh yeah, I mean, that's usual. But we're only at 49 layers. Is child's play. Thanks for the follow as well. Like it's not serious amounts of layers until we get to 100. Yes, let's mount my Chrome tabs. I don't know if this will help. I think it's darkening a bit too much. that's better. Okay, so that's a bit of texture. I think it does add a lot in this version. Once we add all the messiness to it, it'll probably not matter too much. But we'll see. It might add a little bit of texture even then. Let's see. Let's do a quick comparison where we have this one and the one before. That actually, yeah, that actually works. I like it. See, it adds a bit of grunge to it, just from her actual clothes. That kind of pulls it together. Hopefully, pulls it together. Would something like this be possible on one layer? Oh. Technically, if you never make any errors and never have to go back. So there's a concept in photo editing which is called non-destructive editing. Like so. So that means when you edit something in a way where you're not deleting pixels entirely, so you always have the original information of your original picture. It's always there, accessible if you want to get it back. So editing non-destructively is actually not great for your computer because it'll make everything weigh a lot more. Like my Photoshop documents each weigh like 5 gigs because I edit like this, but it'll make your workflow so much better creatively if you're doing something like, for example, a photographer that's doing just a picture and like a picture of a model and just editing, clearing the skin, and they have a very, very, very specific workflow to it. So they will just go step by step, and they will do it in one layer. Like they'll do something in a new layer, then flatten the whole thing, keep going, because it's much lighter on the computer. And they have this very specific workflow, and it works for them. If you want to do something more creative like this, where you have to composite different pictures, move things around, the moment you flatten everything into one layer, you can't go back and change your mind. So you have to have everything perfectly placed, everything perfectly cut. Like you can't go back into it. I don't know if that makes sense. I hope it cleared things up a little. If you're a masochist, it would probably work, as Sapphire says. That's probably the short version of it, yeah. Grabbing the brooch out of the old portrait is a good example of the benefits. Exactly. I have everything, like all my non-destructive editing is on here, so I can just go and pick a specific layer really quickly. By the way, goodbye daguerreotype. Should send this as a JPEG to Trevor. I don't know if you've seen this on stream, but in case you didn't. Sending this to Trevor so you can see the progress. You probably saw the beginning. Yeah, this signature is probably going to be one of the hardest to find that I ever done. But I always say that, and then I found a more ridiculous place to put a signature. So, you never know. So I've already done a few of Trevor's creatures in the past. If you guys haven't seen them, this might actually be the third or fourth I want to do. So let me show you the ones I did before, if I can find them. So this one's Mr. Bag. I really love Mr. Bag. Oh, we find Trevor. That's Mr. Bag. I also did Long Horse. Oh, and of course, then I did Siren Head as well. Where's Siren Head? If I can find it. It was one of the first horror things I did outside of my bug series. So. Yeah, that was a bit of an experiment for this one. Should try my hand at photo manipulation. I really live in a really spooky area with lots of abandoned mines. I love that. Ghost sounds. That's so cool. So many pictures that would be rad to many. Absolutely. You should really try that. Long Horse. Everyone loves Long Horse. Good day. You're gonna get murdered. Oh god. Do you guys know I'm gonna do an SCP, by the way? I worked on a bit of it last stream, but I guess I haven't shown you the results. So, hold on, change the song to something a bit less hype. So, I guess I'll open the basic one I did. Oh no, good day. Okay, so, this is what we worked on the other day. We got a creepy version as well. Okay, so, we basically did this series of edits where this floating man is going towards you, and the idea of these is putting them through SSTV, which basically is like a very lo-fi image transmission method through sound, which is used by radio amateurs to send images to each other. So I did a few images here. And then I'm gonna show you the results because I put them through SSTV, which basically means I encoded them as sounds, then played them through my headphones into my mic, and added a bunch of distortion just by making noise, moving the mic around and the headphones around. And this creates the coolest images, like 1, 2, and 3. And yeah, I think the effects came out really nice. So that is why if you see me work on this, I was like, I kept saying like, I'm not gonna get into the details of the drawing or anything because it's gonna be very lo-fi and just a few pixels. So this is what it's gonna look like. And I'm gonna go for a very classic creepypasta feel for it, if I can achieve it. But with hopefully a bit higher production and a bit better writing than most creepypastas, I hope. That, of course, I cannot know, but I will try to do that decent writing. So, the idea for this is they are an actual cursed SSTV image. So it's the image itself is not cursed, but the sounds that create the image are. So once you decode it, every time you decode it, it advances through this series of images, right? Once you get to the last one, once you get to this one here, it's when it gets you, you know? So I'm gonna have a group of radio amateurs that are talking to each other, and somebody sends this image, and well, there's gonna be a little bit of story with it. I'm gonna have fully voiced act segments for this, if I can achieve it. I already have a voice actor to do the main part, so that's the important bit. Might do even a voice part myself. I don't know. I'll fish around for voice actors to do the other minor roles, and yeah, it's gonna be an SCP with voice acting, video, and cursed image. I think it might do well. I think people will like that. Yeah, exactly. I wanted cursed media, but something that wasn't covered already. I don't think this might have been covered already, for all I know, but not that I know. So yeah, that's gonna flip when this goes Power Watch. That's Power Watch. That's an SCP thing, right? I forget. So yeah, that's the basic idea. That's why the drawings here aren't super well done. They're just kind of muddy and I didn't care. It's gonna be a shitty SSTV image. I did really work on this shadow though. For all it's worth. Now a couple of VAs that could be interesting. Nice. Let me know on the Discord or something if you catch a hold, if you get a hold of them. It'll be interesting. I'll probably put out a call on Twitter at some point as well. Once I finish writing the story, I got a basic layout of the story so far, and I got the images, of course. I might do another intermediate one if needed. Oh, I feel needed. That's a lot of viewers. We got we got a really big raid a while ago, so that is why. Thank you, to Natsumi again. So yeah, that's gonna be my SCP. I don't have a lot more to show so far because I want to do video for it, and the idea is, so these images, as they get rendered, as the sound plays, it kind of gets rendered pixel by pixel or line by line, kind of like scan lines in old TVs. And I want to have the sound play in video while the image gets rendered, which I think will add a lot to the spookiness. So you won't see a flash of this image, you will be seeing the image start here and go beep, 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 and so on. It's like 30 seconds of sequence. An excuse to write creepypastas on the wiki. Oh, okay, yeah, I've seen a few of these. I won't go that... I think I'll go classic SCP, to be honest. I think it'll be better than this, like, niche thing. I think I'll just go with the regular SCP. Yeah, exactly, like anticipation building. I think it's a fun part of the SSTVs. I might actually... Hold on. While we're chatting, since I guess we're chatting now. I'll go here. We can look up... I'll look it up here. Should show you the video. So let's see, maybe we can get this. Okay, why not? This is, I guess it's a Spanish guy. I won't have his sound on, because who knows if they might play copyright stuff on it. So anyway, it's a guy that's trying to get an SSTV from the International Space Station. And hold on, let's see if we can get it. Oh, this doesn't seem like a very good image. Hold on. Oh, there you go. So it's getting it on a smartphone. Obviously, there's in older times there's different ways of doing it. You can put it on a TV, on an old TV if you wanna. And it kind of scans this way. I don't know if you'll get the sound. Yeah, it screeches. It's not very pleasant. But as you can see, it kind of slowly renders. I'll make this one mine a bit faster. It's gonna be a faster way of rendering than this one, so it's not as it doesn't take like minutes to render one image. But this is actually the International Space Station keeps sending SSTVs to Earth, and if you got a radio, you can listen to them and decode them, like here. I guess because the people in the ISS are huge radio nerds. So they do that. Just learned a lot about photo manipulation. Okay, I hope I see you again soon. Thanks for hanging out. Normal SCP would be cool too, because the description tells the reader what it does. And going through the addendum is an exercise. This kind of the problem with SCPs is that it kind of tells too much. So that's going to be one of the problems with writing. I got to simultaneously try to be precise and feel like use precise scientific language, and at the same time try to leave it vague enough that the pictures will still be creepy, right? So it's going to be a balance. So yeah, it's gonna be a balance of writing that. I don't know, I'll probably go through a few drafts. I'll run it through other SCP authors, which thankfully I got the luck of knowing a few SCP like recognized authors that I worked with in the past. So yeah, I'll probably hit them up and have them give me some criticism. It's always good. Because my writing is, I think the main boon of my writing is just being able to do images. My writing by itself is probably not like great. So I need to hone that skill. This is your SCP Thingamajig. Yeah, exactly. I was going through the things I did while out of stream, which is basically I ran these images through an SSTV and I got these. Which basically means encoding the images into sound and then playing that back into your own mic through your headphones. I'm not gonna play it out here because it's very loud and not too pleasant to hear, so I will spare you that. In the video itself, for the SCP, I'll probably kind of make the sound, like take the edge of the sound a little bit, so it's not like super hard to listen to. Or like muffle it a little. I'll have to play with audio. Not great at audio, so I might ask for help for that. But we'll see. Anyway, yeah, I did those out of stream. Let me see, I also got a little thing coming. This was... You'll see it in a minute. It's gonna make sense in a story. I'm working with this... a couple other artists. Enoch, you might know. And Tom, who is also a mod on the Discord, you might know. And we're working on this little story together. But yeah, it needs some writing still. This is just gonna be one of the images for it. What else else do I have for you? I have some secret projects for a zine magazine. I don't know if you pronounce it zine, but yeah, I got invited to one and I'm gonna do some cool images for that. I hope they look cool. I can't show you though. They're secret for now. Yeah, that's a bunch of the projects I got going on now. I wish I could show you the zine stuff, but not yet. I might show you some like cropped teasers and stuff. Yes, there's a Discord right here. It's public, it's great. You guys will find a great community there. It's not like a Discord, like my Discord, like I just run it, but it's a Discord in general for horror and horror art. There's a writing projects going on where everyone can contribute stuff. It's a bunch of stuff. It's great. Great place, great people. It's exclusive to people who click on the link, exactly. Okay, let's figure out a little story for this. What do you guys think? I need to read up on lore for this. So, okay, hold on. Go to the browser. Like the official lore, at least, is that they're called up by a small cult. So it's like they can summon them if they wanna hurt or murder somebody. Usually occurs in like a cult-like fashion. Let's see. Is there any other? See, I'm getting a lot of the Trevor Henderson wiki, which is not the best resource. Also, Mr. Acne, however it is. Sorry if I mispronounce. Thank you for that follow. Okay, let's just look for Twitter. Okay, this is another piece of lore. I hope for some reason Twitter is in what language is that? Like, I don't know. Artist's picture of a sister with the Ever-Sharpening blade, an emissary of cuts, often called on for violence in the early 1900s. Okay. Is this another one? Oh no, that's not the Trevor's art. Try to look specifically for Trevor's to get all the official lore. But we have so many artists depictions that it's a bit hard to parse through. Basically, it's the midnight club for horror nerds. Spooky photography, yeah, feel free to share it there. Love it. Yeah, you're always welcome to join the streams. Happy to have you. Why does Twitter open in whatever language when you... Anyway. Okay, so I guess we can use David's stuff as well. 1921 photo of sister with the Ever-Sharpening blade, along with moth pendant made of jagged metal. Founded the something. These are cool, the moth pendants. When it appeared, it was like my eyes adjusted to the darkness of the room. It was there in the corner, as if it had always been. This one seemed less confident than the others, skittish and shy. That is, until one of Cochrane's men got close, it took him apart. Some big scissors. I love this one. If I recall correctly, there is another tweet from him that had something about photos being found with teeth. I don't recall seeing that one. Hold on, maybe I can do... something like this in the Google search. So I do twitter.com specifically from his account. Sin if I can. Again, what language is it gonna be in? Oh, I guess it was English. Entities worshipped by certain turn of the century New England cults. You see under her veil is a guarantee of slow death. Speaks seldomly, voice like keening razors. May accept offerings. Each is unique in dress and arrangement of blades, but all share a similar appearance. Veils in white and black have been seen, unknown what variation might indicate. A red veiled sister is rumored to have been encountered. A veil dyed in blood. So there's another one for the red veiled sister. I don't know if it's here though. Alexis, that fellow. Check the URL. It'll. Yeah, I don't know what that happens. Yeah, language. Yeah, you can remove that here. That makes sense. Yeah, I don't know why Google does that. You need to work on your legal story. You need to. You have to. I implore you. This guy, if I link the tweet, yeah, of course. Oh, I remember this one. What is found in the ruins of a remote church, far from town. The pulpit had a small compartment roughly carved out, into which his photos were stuffed and hidden under altar cloths. The compartment also contained 3 teeth, 2 adult molars and an incisor. Nice. Perfect, perfect. So I think we got all the main lore figured out. I think we can try to figure out a lore for her specifically. So this is specifically like New England, early 1900s. So we can do, I don't know. I don't know if I want to repeat the same details that have been repeated like, oh, she's been called by a cult to kill someone. Like, yeah, sure, but that's not adding anything. Maybe we can find something more interesting to tell about her. Really, how do I pronounce it? Lykill? I don't know. It's how it came out. How is it supposed to be pronounced? You know, I just pronounce things as they come. English is weird. Nobody has rules, so I just make them up. I can write something there. Let's see. Let's write like directly on her. So this could be, I mean, yeah, New England. Like early 1900s, maybe like 1914 or something. Where do they go after fulfilling the task? They get summoned, kill the target, and they're losing the world. I mean, they probably go back to where they came from, wherever they're trained, or convent or something like that. I feel like they will live in a convent. Is a convent like a word in English? I think so. Like wherever nuns go. Whatever the word for that is. English is a lot of parts other language setting in a trench coat. Exactly. Exactly, that's the best way of describing it. So she gets summoned to kill who? Maybe we can even give her a name, like sister something, right? Sister what? Sister... English is a mess, I think we can all agree. And we have to speak it, because the British did a whole mess in the world, so... Okay, what's a good last name that would be in like common in New England in the 1900s? Some old ass name. A literal Frankenstein. God, I could see that would be a bit too Spanish for New England. Mr. Bladeface. Common New England surnames. Always could be googled. Catherine. Hold on, what's that? Old English surnames, I like that. Or common New England names. I don't know if that will be too much to ask. Well, I guess we can go with total, like top 1910s American names. Like Mary, Helen, Dorothy, Margaret, Ruth, Mildred, Anna, Elizabeth, Francis. Francis, what an old person name, right? Erskine, oh my god, it's a name. Irene, like that. Eleanor. Pauline. That's a lot of good ones here. God. Old ass names. Muriel. That's isn't that the lady in Courage the Cowardly Dog? Knife or scissor related surname. Oh my god. Okay, so I like Elizabeth, right? Feels like fairly timeless. Irene is good too. What do you guys prefer? And I don't know if we need to do... So when you do sister something for a nun, would you use a surname or would you use the name? Or both? Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that. Rest in peace, Muriel's PA. That's a lot of good ones here. Alport, Bristol. I think it's first name? We should go with first names. I think like Sister Elizabeth is fairly timeless. Eliza, is it? Hold on. With a Z. Like, it might be fun to just give her a name like this. And she has like one mission. She gets summoned to kill somebody. Could be like maybe an influential person from the time. And then what could we add to this one to set her apart? Because for now this is like a pretty cut and dry story using the lore we have. Could we use to give it a little bit of a different story? To kill a cheating husband, I like that. Like more of a personal vengeance type of story. So I guess if you need a whole cult to summon her, would you be able to use them for personal vendettas? What's the nanny idea? Hold on, let me scroll up. Oh, I think I missed that message. Maybe she was called to kill a child's caretaker and took over the role of nanny. I like that. I like that idea. I like the nanny idea. Okay, I think we can go with that. Like maybe show she has some sort of pity. Maybe she doesn't like raise the kid, or maybe she takes the kid into the Sisters of the New. Ugh. I was mixing the Order of the New Moon. Sisters of the Ever-Sharpening Blade. Maybe she takes the kid with her. Like takes her as recruits. Right? A pretty simple cut and dry story, but it does give us something to add to the some take on the idea. It feels fresh enough. Yeah, and then she'd bring up the child. We wouldn't see it, but it would be implied in the story. It would be like, this cult in New England called up Sister Elizabeth to murder a nanny. No, I guess not a nanny, but just someone's mother or father, and leaves a little kid. I guess girl, because she's taken into the sisters. It leaves the little girl without any caretakers, so she just takes her instead, and we assume she's taking her into the sisters, into the sisterhood, I guess, whatever the name of that is. There's an heir to the fortune. Cults wants a child, so they need to get rid of the caretaker, summon the sister. She takes the baby with her instead. I like that as well. That's very good. Who wouldn't have fight? Cults furries versus spike gods. I love that. Cult furries and spike gods. I won't add this to the picture, by the way. We're just writing it here for reasons. I'll probably write this into a tweet or something. So it needs to be short enough that it'll fit into 280 characters, I think it is. So we need to keep that in mind. So we can't go like very detailed with the story unless we start making a bunch of images, and then it's a whole thing. So I think we just like keep it pretty simple. Cannot leave the child was taken into the sisters. Leave that implied. I think it's obvious enough. It should we just say the kid disappeared or she took the kid. So I think we can go with that. It's a pretty simple story, but it'll work. Thank you so much for this, the idea, Sapphire. I appreciate it. So yeah, we got a bunch of things. I think we don't have anything else to do for today. So that is where we're gonna live it, because it's pretty late. And have the sister, the Ever-Sharpening blade here in the corner as I speak. But yeah, I guess today's stream was fairly short because we didn't have like too much to do in total. We just had this one image. So I hope you guys enjoyed it anyway. Thank you everybody who hung out. Thank you Natsumi for the huge raid, and everyone for watching. You guys are amazing. It's been a very fun one. Hope you guys. Delirium, thank you for the follow. Just before we end. Okay guys, I will see you next Sunday with some more good Photoshop, I hope. Alright. You guys, take care, okay?